my dance, You ready? Where them fans at? Where them fans at? Where them fans at? Hit me one time. Oh, 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 I got my boots on the ground. Yeah. Oh, 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 I got my boots on the ground. Where the fans at? Get up by your seat. Let your body move. Cowboys and cowgirls, they feeling the groove. Sipping on moonshine, fire barrel rolling. I'ma get behind that thing, girl, and hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. Oh, 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 got my boots on the ground. Yes, sir. Lord, have mercy. Oh, 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 got my boots on the ground. Fans, please. I hope you got good knees, cause we gon' get it up. Everybody's dancing to that juke joint love. Hold on to your wig, hold on to your man, cause the steppers in that building, y'all, and they throwing them fans. Come on. Oh, 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 got my boots on the ground. Yeah. Oh, 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 got my boots on the ground, baby. Wait a minute. Boots on the ground, kicking up some dust. Boots on the ground, kicking up some dust. Wait a minute now, where them fans at? Where them fans at? Where them fans at? Hit me one time, hit me two times. Oh, 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 I got my boots on the ground. Yeah, yeah. Oh. Oh, 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 I got my boots on the ground. Wait a minute, let me do that one more time for the ones who ain't hear me. Listen here. Boots on the ground, kicking up some dust. Boots on the ground, kicking up some dust. Wait a minute now, where them fans at? Where them fans at? Where them fans at? Hit me one time, hit me two times. Oh, 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 I got my boots on the ground. Oh, oh, yeah. Oh, 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 I got my boots on the ground. Y'all know I don't mind. Yes, sir. Boots on the ground. Where them fans at? Boots on the ground. Where them fans at? Where them fans at? Where them fans at? Oh, 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 oh.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Good evening. Wish me luck tonight. Tracy is on assignment, so it's just me for the moment, and I got John Donovan backstage waiting to come on, so I wanted to pop on here and say good evening. Welcome to the show. Oh, look at that. Asking you shall receive, right? So I don't know which order to do this in. So Tracy is on assignment at the Canton Select Board meeting. Give me a thumbs up if you're ready to come in. You good to go? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Doesn't it sound official, Cheryl? All right, we're going to do it. Ready? Uh-oh. We lost her. We lost her. All right, I'm going to bring John in real quick. We're going to get Tracy. Then we're going to do the select board meeting at 7. So let's bring on John.
Hey, everybody.
Nice. How are you, bud?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing well. Thanks for jumping on with us.
Absolutely. Pleasure to be here.
Like I said, Tracy's on assignment, but she was here, but then I don't know what the hell happened. She just popped off. So we shall see.
2 boots on the ground.
Yeah. There she is. All right, let's bring her in and see what's happening.
All right.
Hey,
Hi.
it's very quiet in here,
Where are you?
so I can't really talk. Oh, I can?
Who are you with?
Oh, what's that?
Who are you with?
I am with John Kamal and Dennis Sweeney.
Outstanding.
We are just
Can you go,
standing in the hall right now.
Can you go landscape by chance?
I don't want to do that.
Just tip your phone over, maybe. You might just do
I'm
it.
going to tip your phone over.
Tip you are. Hey,
Go.
there we go.
How's that?
That's wonderful.
Great.
So are you allowed to bring that into the actual meeting and whatnot? Or we're just gonna wing it and find out?
Yeah, exactly. That's what's happening tonight.
Outstanding. So I don't know if you can see there's some people in the chat. Everybody say hippie chick saying be very, very quiet.
She what?
Hippie chick saying be very, very quiet.
She's staying very quiet.
And she's saying be very, very quiet.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this thing's gonna work. I'm just gonna go in and bring me in when it starts, okay?
All right then.
Oh, all right.
Go. We're hunting rabbits, Jersey Jen. Yeah, so she is going to be in there when this goes live. So we'll see what happens. So we can actually get a different vantage point.
Yeah.
Be able to see the reactions. Oh. One second, Joe. I was just setting up the I was just setting up the stream. So when they go live at 7, I can just do this. Usually I have Tracy does all that type of behind the scenes stuff. You know, I'm just the eye candy, John. You know, I don't do anything good.
Every channel needs someone.
So what's happening? How are you? How's everything?
I'm very good. Things are going very well. It's been a tumultuous year in many aspects, but in the aspects that count, things are great.
Yeah, we met up. Dylan's back in town, obviously, as most everybody in the hit chat knows. He's been on the down low, a little bit sick as of late. But we met up at, what was it, Blondie's on Wednesday? Last Wednesday?
It was last Wednesday, yes.
Yeah. So we got to talking, and I was asking about the town of Canton. So that's what kind of prompted this whole guest appearance. So I do appreciate you coming on, and we'll get into some stuff in a bit. I did want to play this real quick, though. Speaking of Dylan, because he is sick and all. Check this shit out.
How are you feeling?
How do you think I feel? Got your stupid cold, haven't I? Thanks a lot.
Poor darling, you should have said something. I'd have come down and made you some soup.
I called for you. I said, Laura. You didn't come. So I dialed 999.
What?
Where is he? Quickly, love. Okay, son, everything's gonna be fine.
I'm gonna die.
Not if we can help it.
My head's so burning.
How did this happen?
Oh, he caught the cold off me.
Just don't think, do you?
I'm a bit confused. Hasn't he just got a cold?
For God's sake, woman, he's a man. He's got a man cold. Do not, under any circumstances, move from this bed, okay? You, take this bell. When he rings it, I want you to come to him and rub his head and say, "Poor little bunny."
Poor little bunny.
Okay, that's good. Let's go. We've got a man in Cantor Avenue with a hurty knee.
Sorry, what about me?
What?
Well, I've got a cold too.
Oh, have you not heard of Lancet?
Laura, I want some soup. And I want to watch CBeebies.
Oh, that was amazing.
Tracy, what have you like the man cold video?
We have Tracy.
Very serious. Very serious. She's being quiet. She's being on her best behavior. Behave yourself in there. Tell Chris we said hello. All right.
He's there.
Yeah, right. What do we got? 15 minutes still?
Yeah, about, yeah.
All right, hold on a second. I don't know what she's doing. All right, I'll bring her back in and out as she as she excuse me, deems fit. I don't know what she's got going on. We'll find out what's happening with Chris. I want to know if he's there for sure. But anyway, yeah, to that video, yeah. So Dylan's sick. Dylan travels every time when he gets sick, as you know, when he's en route or just before he leaves. And he did it last time, and he actually fought it off for like a week and a half last time, and then he got, you know, he was sick down and out. But now he's got the man cold, and he's sucking it up best he can. But you know, it's a sensitive time. I understand. I've had the man cold before.
Airplanes are petri dishes because I flew in July. I came back. We vacationed in South Carolina. I came back with full-blown COVID for the first time ever.
Really?
I avoided it for 5 years. I didn't have it during the pandemic. I didn't have it. It's the first time I ever had it, of course.
Oh shit!
And I got it from the airplane, so I'm not shocked that he would be sick.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And then the travel that he had to, like, you know, endure. So he took like a 6-hour ride to Dublin, and then he took like a 4-hour ferry from Dublin to wherever or something like that. No, from his home, and then he took the ferry to Dublin, and then he gets on the plane in Dublin and flies over here, and
that wears down on you. And then, you know, you're just more susceptible to whatever's in the air.
Exactly.
But it was the second time I met Dylan, and what a lovely man. Just a lovely person. And he's just pure joy, and always a pleasure to be around. And we had a great night at Blondie's, and I didn't even know it existed. It's because I was telling people, when you drive down that stretch of Route 1, you're so fixated on getting to the Patriots Place or Gillette that you don't really notice the surroundings.
Right.
So you miss this place. But I really, it's a shout out to Blondie's Barbecue, free advertising.
Yeah.
Because they're a really great new startup. They got a big, legitimate barbecue operation outside. And I have to say, the best pulled pork I've ever had. It
looks good. I saw what they gave you. No kidding.
I've had a lot, and I'm half Southern. Like, you know, my mom's side's from Texas, so I know barbecue really well. And if I'm saying that up here was the best pulled pork I've ever had, that's a very big compliment.
Wow, that says a lot. Absolutely. Yeah, I was so yeah, for anybody who doesn't know, Blondie's is in on Route 1 in Walpole, right?
Yeah, it's on the Walpole Foxborough line.
Yeah, so it's right there. Yeah, everybody. Cheryl was there. Got the brisket, so it was delicious. Tracy got turkey and the smoked turkey, and it was so good. The mac and cheese was outstanding, and I didn't have the slaw. Did you do slaw?
I'm not a slaw person.
Oh, fair enough. All right.
I don't touch any slaw of anything.
Really? No, I enjoy it.
I'm not a cabbage person.
You're not a cabbage, but what about corned beef and cabbage? What do you do during the?
Ironically, I defy my Irish heritage. I hate corned beef and cabbage. I think it's disgusting. I will not eat it.
Oh my god, it's fantastic. I haven't had it in years. Tracy's mom made it a handful of years back, but it's been a while, so I enjoy it. I like it.
But we had a very nice night with the Boots on the Ground crew. It's always a fun time when we get together.
Yeah, it was a good night. I tried to pull some pictures together from it, but I didn't get a chance to. I've been kind of scrambling the past couple of days to get shit ready for tonight. And then Tracy went on assignment, so I'm still trying to, trying to figure out. I uploaded some of the stuff tonight. I'm like, oh god, this is gonna be one of those evenings, but so far so good.
Like,
We're getting there.
you're better than when we started because we were having audio problems before.
Yeah,
so
that's true, Joe. I would be
pulling it off
stressed.
now.
I'd be super stressed out, John. I'll tell you. Yeah. So that was a good time, though. And that's the thing about this group is everybody. A lot of people get together and different. There's different groups and different. Different areas. Basically, it all depends. Is the North Shore crew and South Shore crew kind of, they're all over the place. They kind of pop up all over the place. When the trial was going on and the dive bars actually started up, that's when it was pretty wild to see all the different faces and the turnouts and that type of a thing. So we actually went to McGuire's in Easton last night instead of going to the standard Lou and Deb's dive bar. The intent was to go somewhere to get something super good to eat because Dylan was back and people are going to be able to go see him. And it'd be a little different of a centralized location. And Dylan couldn't make it because he had the man cold going on. So, but yeah, we went down there, a good handful of us. It was probably like 10 or 12 of us. McGuire's has got actually a lot of good food that, Kurt, I think, had a little, like one of each. He did one of those evenings for himself. So that was fantastic. I'm trying to see if Tracy, you want to come in? Are you looking to get in here? I don't know what she's doing.
Well, the good thing about these events and what I was reminded of on Wednesday is that's where the heart is. This past month has been content creator drama, back and forth. It's been ridiculous. And I think a lot of us have drama fatigue. And as usual, the message gets lost when you have all this senseless pettiness going on. And you come to these events and you realize this is where the heart is, like what brought us together, that common purpose, what matters, what's really important. And that's what we talk about. And then we keep that fire burning. And as long as that fire is burning, we can't be stopped.
Yep. I agree.
So, it's like whatever that drama is, it's like whizzing bullets overhead while we're underneath. Just
take cover and it'll pass.
After a month of that foolishness, I'm happy that I was able to be grounded with my peeps.
Yeah, absolutely. It does. I mean, we go pretty much once a week to the dive bar, and it's really, it's a great evening out and get to see everybody. And we can, we're in contact with people all the time, but being able to go out and just really truly socialize and, it's different than being in front of the courthouse or being in front of being in front of the police station or wherever the case may be. It's a different vibe, and it's everybody's a little more relaxed.
Because even though, all of the protests have been peaceful and most people are supportive, you do have a stray here and there, and you kind of have to be on alert for the strays.
Yep.
Some of them being family members of of those who shall remain nameless.
Yep. No, I hear you, but it's, it's the way of the world. I mean, we, a lot of people were brought together within this movement from all different backgrounds and walks of life and, histories and their own, everybody's got their own baggage and issues and problems. And, we came together for the right reason. We came together for, justice for Officer John O'Keefe and for Karen Reed and, subsequently for the town of Canton and for, it just snowballed. Sandra Birchmore, Enrique Delgado Garcia, just en route. David Finnerty. I mean, we've had all kinds of stuff happening. Now
Chelsea
it's
Fitzsimmons.
Chelsea Fitzsimmons now, so it's all over the place. So it's really good to see people pulling together for the right reason. But over the course of time, just like anything else, you're at a job long enough, and you start to look at the people that you work with, and you're like, well, you know what? I thought this guy was pretty all right, but maybe he's not.
Mhm.
And it's just that it's natural. It doesn't mean people have to be throwing drama all over the place. So it is what it is, John.
No, even though the trial's been over, the fights continue, the shenanigans continue,
Mhm.
and as you uncover, look at what Proctor.
Yeah.
We found out that going back to 2013, all these texts
Freaking
to the
piece of
point where
crap.
even the union
Yeah.
bailed
Oh, yeah.
on them. The union
Yeah.
will back anybody. They'll
Yeah.
back anyone and make any excuse, and they
Yeah.
bailed.
Yeah,
That's
they're
how
like,
bad
no.
these.
Hey, it couldn't happen to a better guy.
But
Unbelievable.
things keep unraveling, unfolding, and just when you think you're done with someone like Proctor, he offers another surprise. And I'm sure as the Walsh case, and the other cases that are going before the court to get his texts, I'm sure more is to come.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It never fails. I mean, look what happened today in the Birchmore case. They charged Farwell again. They indicted him on charges of, unaliving a baby, a fetus,
Yes.
and that's, they're pushing for in my mind, and but speaking to someone earlier today too, they're pushing for the death penalty for this guy. I swear to God, they are. They must be, especially bringing that in.
I mean, these people think they're invincible, and
Yeah.
we're here to tell them you are not.
Yeah. Well, they've been untouchable for so many years, and it's just a matter of, it's, karma's coming, and you can't be a piece of crap all your life and expect to continue skating through. It's eventually going to come to a boil. So, all right, let me bring Tracy on. So we're getting up against the 7 o'clock time here.
Oh, she's seated.
Yeah, she is.
Now that meeting room is just as sterile as you think it is when you see it on TV. If you've never been there.
Yeah, it's and it's a lot smaller than you'd think too.
Yeah, and it feels like an old library. It gives you an old library vibe. Yeah, we want to hear Brenda too. Brenda being Brenda, in the words of Chrissy.
I hope this doesn't throw everything off.
And Brenda being Brenda is awesome. So that's right, Chrissy. She's awesome. The one thing he got right. Wow.
Yep.
Oh, that's Colleen's boy, Uncle Ed.
Hold on, let me see if I can. I'm going to pull this up here. And come on. Love of God. Hello? I don't know what's going on. I can't see myself on there, but I can see it on the TV. Come on.
Thousands of trains and most of the shovels used for the western expansion of the U.S. Now, I hear people call it home of the murdering psychopaths, where Officer John O'Keefe was beaten, thrown out on the front lawn so an approaching blizzard could finish the job, and afterwards the kids went to school and bragged about it, the next generation gearing up to carry on. Social media is awash with Christmas gift ideas for kids. The McGalber playset, a depiction of 34 Fairview. It has a mailbox and a Jeep with a working snowplow. In the ad, the kids shout, "He never came in the house." No dog, though, she's probably swimming with the fishes. Next, a Canton CD Sallyport playset. It comes with a Lexus that has a busted taillight. The kids can drive it right into the Sallyport. There's a delete button for surveillance footage and a large mirror, so you have a reverse image of everything. An illusion symbolic of the behavior of more than one of our former police chiefs. Finally, the red Solo Cup snow cone set comes with its own Stop and Shop bags, but only one flavor, blood red. Parents are thrilled the whole family can enjoy the gift. Mom and dad can drain it, grab a strainer from their own kitchen drawer and make their favorite beverage too, a bloody martini. The family that plays together stays together. That's the disgrace this town has been reduced to, thanks to our local murderers and their little helpers. Tourists stop by our standouts to tell us they're doing the Canton tour. Highlights include the hillside, the waterfall, C.F. McCarthy's, and of course, a drive by 34 Fairview. They always comment on how small the front yard really is. Boston has the Freedom Trail, Canton has the Murderers Trail. These murderers strut around town pretending they're pure as the driven snow, too arrogant to see how they tarnish everything they touch. Everyone else can see the trail of yellow snow they leave in their wake. That toxic stench will hang over them forever. We should rename Town Hall O'Keefe Hall to remind us how important it is to pay attention to local government. Because psychopaths are manipulative, sneaky SOBs with no moral compass. If they get any access at all to power, they'll blindside you in a heartbeat. I'd tell you to ask John, but it's too late to do that, isn't it? And he paid the ultimate price because of it. We'll be back because we can't ever forget that. 58 days till Christmas. Thank you.
Peter Murphy, Marshfield. Good evening, Mr. Duty, Chairman, Report, Honorable Board members, Select Board. I would like to speak and say, first off the bat, there's nothing harder than to follow Brenda Sweeney to the microphone anywhere in the world. But I guess I'm the only one doing it right now, so I'm going to see what I can come up with. I'm going to say, well, let me read from this first. In my humble 30-year career in training and experience, I offer my following opinion. Suffice to say, my use of the term honorable board will be scrutinized for decades to come. However, on a positive note, I want to commend the board for finally kicking the ball through the uprights with your selection of interim Chief Perkins, instead of kicking the can down the road as per usual. I worked under the command of 5 chiefs in my career over 30 years, and with that training and experience, I submit he is doing one fantastic job. Let me point out, the first day on his job, he removed the one-way mirror glass, you know, stuff that prevents transparency in a police station put up by Rafferty. I also will tell you that he got rid of Higgins, I believe, on his second day, gave him the exit interview. Select Board Harrington, Susan Harrington, ride along on a Friday night, I believe, with the chief to go on calls. Guess what? This is what police work's all about for the Select Board. How many Select Board members over the years ever took a ride in a police cruiser? I'll leave that question open. We also can look at what Chief Perkins has done as far as the de-weaponization of the Canton Police Department, putting an end to the lawfare by power brokers in town, and bringing in a mental health crisis team. And yes, at long last, assuring liberty and justice equally for all. I've seen a healing within the police department already, as us on the standouts, 10, 15 on a Friday, can attest to. The cruisers are going by, beeping the horn and giving us a thumbs up gesture. In the past, they frowned and scowled at the very least. I believe this healing is going to permeate throughout the community, but it will take a lot of time. What has to happen between now and the healing of this community, justice for John O'Keefe, with the dead man laying in a grave, a police officer that ended up on the lawn of 34 Fairview, and somebody's got to be held accountable. And if it's the last thing I do walking this planet, I'm going to make sure somebody's accountable. Oh, and before I forget, the criminal charges lodged against me by Canton Police on the 27th of December will be revisited again on a much larger forum, I assure you, rather than here tonight. What doesn't come out in the wash comes out in the rinse, and a fish rots from the head down. At CPD, Deputy Kelleher, Chief Rafferty, done their job at 6 a.m. on the 29th. I submit that search warrants would have closed that case within hours, and an innocent woman and her family would never, ever have had to suffer the nightmare that they have gone through. So let me say this, I've had serious allegations brought to me during my career as a sergeant. And I brought those allegations to Deputy Chief Kelleher, and he whined and said, not on my watch, it happened on hers. You can do the math on who I'm talking about and who he was talking about. So I submitted a written letter to from.
Mr. Murphy, time is up on this one.
Okay.
That was-
Oh, okay. Justice for John O'Keefe. Thank you, sir.
John Paul, Attleboro, Mass. Good evening, everybody. Just a quick trip down memory lane. Remember when the town went after Jeff Kaler and Tony Bracconi for alleged misuse of funds? But let's be crystal clear. There's no alleged about Sergeant Paul, DG, and Petro. We have proof. The audit committee found it. They covered it up when they told everybody that they don't know when the funds were paid back, when they were only paid back a couple weeks before that meeting. All right? They covered it up and you guys looked the other way. All right? Just wanted to say that. And Chris, while we're clearing things up, Colin was in the house. We just don't know when he left. The only evidence is a convenient little screenshot of the text. Thanks. Is there anybody else going to speak or we can speak? Seeing none, we'll close public comment. Mr. Rowley.
All right, first up on the agenda tonight, let's get some real work done here. First, I move that the board approve the application for the change of manager for the Ponkapox Civic. The Town of Canton legal notice public hearing. Notice is hereby given under chapter 138 Mass General Laws as amended.
Did you hear him? Did you hear him? Let's get some real work done here. Can you hear
There we
me?
go. Yeah, I got you. I was just I couldn't unmute myself for some reason. Yeah, I heard him. He's unbelievable.
Yeah, real work would be him getting up and leaving and letting the adults in the room govern. That
Yep, exactly. The real work would be him resigning like he should. You know,
he's like, oh,
Are we
I got
delayed?
them.
Are we delayed again, John?
What was that?
Are we delayed again?
No, we're good now. I was a little delayed
Okay.
coming back
I
on.
just want to make sure. Yeah, that thing got all banged up when I went and pulled Tracy in and tried to put the stream, the actual stream on, and they weren't synced up because StreamYard is actually 8 seconds behind. So they're all everything was different. I'm like, this isn't gonna happen. So thank God she had everything that she did. We'll have to bring her back on when she's ready. We'll try to find out. I want to know if that was a troll behind Brenda.
That was so weird. And what was the point of that? And then she ran out right after. Like, you made a sign, you acted the fool, and then you ran away.
Yep, exactly.
You have
Yeah, I
nothing
need
better
to
to
I
do
need
on
to
a
know
Tuesday
what
night.
that was all about and who that was. So we'll get to the bottom of it. I'm sure that Peter or Dennis or Brenda or somebody knows who that was. So
I'm sure it was from the Canton First faction. I'll tell you.
yeah.
Yep. They're not going to go out without a fight.
No, absolutely not. That's the thing, though. They'll continue to try to fight, and they think they're somehow winning everything that they put their minds to. And
Don't forget, we're the loud minority. That's what they call us. The loud minority. The loud minority that got Susan Harrington elected. The loud minority that got Helena Rafferty out. Speaking of, we were going to talk about the town.
Yes.
It's a good segue into that.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of accomplishments, and I just named 2 of them.
Yep.
In addition to, like I said, more adults in that room. There's a notable individual who we'd love to exit stage left.
Yep.
But he's gonna hang on till his last day, because he's clearly been eviscerated by several people.
Yep.
The first epic takedown, in my opinion, by Jen O'Donnell. That was a glorious evening. And then John Camo, not tonight's appearance, but 2 board meetings ago, when he came with his ex-wife and his stepdaughter.
Yes.
How do you come back from that? I mean, the fact that he just came back the next week, he's like that that blow up clown where you punch him and he comes right back.
Yep, he is.
That's Chrissy.
Yep,
that's Chrissy.
It's so bad. I mean, the way that they think that they're so untouchable. Anybody else in this world would look at the piece of shit that these people are, and you're in a position of power in the select board, and when you have people in your town calling for you, like, just resign, resign, put all the other stuff aside, put the Karen Reed and the Officer John O'Keefe stuff aside. You're not a good person. You're unfit to be in any position of power within a town. He's just a bad person. You can't talk to your community like that and expect to be respected. It's just horrible.
He can barely read. He can barely do the job he's supposed to do, which is read. That just tells you everything.
Yep. He's the clerk. Yeah.
John
it's unbelievable.
It's not.
Yeah. I think that he's, my understanding is that someone is tentatively throwing their hat in the ring to run against him in April. Well, actually, so him and JR are both up for re-election or whatever the case may be. So
2 seats.
Yep.
I hope JR runs again. He's been a good moderate. There are some times I wish he had stepped up a little more in the past in the previous iterations of the board, but I think he's done a great job. as the chair right now,
Yep.
and I think he's surrounded again by Trish and Susan, the voices of reason.
Right.
And sadly, I can't include Mike Loughran because he just fell flat on his face during
Yeah.
his time as chair. That whole keeping the public at that whole COVID nonsense because he
Oh,
was
yeah.
afraid
Yep.
of people speaking. Like he tripped over his own laces, and and he'll run again, and the old guard will vote him in again.
Oh, that'd be a horrible, horrible thing to happen. You know,
But I hope not. But we've got a couple more years till that happens again.
Yeah. Well,
So-
switching, I mean, that'd push things in the wrong direction. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I guess a woman named Julie Beckham is tentatively throwing her hat into the ring for one of the seats, whatever. I guess either Chris or JR's in April. So,
So what's going to happen? I don't think Chrissy runs again. I don't think. I mean, if he does, he will not win.
yeah.
The only votes he'll get are probably from the Canton First faction, and
Yep.
which is dwindling, and then his own family.
Yeah.
I mean, if John Connolly didn't get in with all his support and backing that he had,
Right.
Chrissy has no shot. But
Yep.
speaking of John Connolly, I predict he will go back into the ring.
You think so? Really?
I predict he's coming back like a bad penny,
Oh, my
and we need challengers because if we don't have challengers, he could easily put his hat in, and it's like, would you rather have John Connolly or Chrissy?
Right. Yeah.
And it's like, which of the two?
Yeah. What's the lesser of the two evils right there? That's horrible. I don't want to.
We need good challengers to kind of be able to back and support, to prevent. We showed Connolly the door, and we want it to be permanent because he did great things for the town. I'm not going to deny that. When he was on, but when he was off, he was way off.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's too connected, just too shady.
Mm-hmm.
His way or the highway. He's been very disrespectful. He's incredibly disrespectful to Lisa Lopez when she was on the board.
Yep.
We've turned a page and we don't need to go back. I only say this because when Tom Theodore went off the board, he actually lost to Lisa Lopez. And then the next year there was an opening. He ran again and got back on the board. And we know how his next stint went poorly. Because he got last place in his election. So don't think I would not count Connolly out. And you heard it here. I'm sure he's already thinking about it and garnering support. So if we have any brave Cantonites out there that want to take on the challenge,
Right.
please do.
Throw your hat in the ring, John. We'll get you.
Well,
elected.
thankfully, I'm not allowed to with my employment. So it's a prohibition I will gladly accept.
There you go. Absolutely. I'll tell you. I was under the impression that like real estate in that town would have kind of went in the tank, but from my understanding, it's actually on quite the contrary for some reason.
Well, this is a great town, and I've never, one former friend accused me of trying to ruin the town, and Canton is a great town. It's a great community. We have a good school system. We have great green space. It's close to everything in between Boston and Providence, practically. We got public transit. It's a commuters. If you're commuting into Boston, it's a great bedroom community to be in. So, and just it despite the flaws over the past couple of years, it's been a great town to live in, and I have no complaints. And that's why we're passionate about it, because we love the town. That's why.
Right.
Well, that's why you see John Como, even though he doesn't live here anymore. He grew up here.
Right.
He's passionate about it.
Yeah.
Peter Murphy devoted years and years and years of service to this town. He doesn't want to see it,
Yeah.
And you know, if this was a crappy town, you know, no, we wouldn't have anyone in, you know, in the audience.
Yep. It's true though. I mean, you know, it's a shame that everything I mean, again, it's not the only town in the world that stuff like this happens in. Obviously, Canton's not like the one-off anomaly or whatever, but it's such a beautiful town. When you drive through, you're like, man, this is a nice town. If you didn't know any better what was going on, it's like, wow, this is perfect. This is the perfect place to live, you know? And that's the only, you know, the only drawback. The people that I've met, you know, yourself included, are all, you know, all amazing people, you know? So it's tough though. But I wanted to ask you this though. A lot of people that, you know, protest or support or however you want to reflect, you know, call it, within Canton, they are associated with the Karen Reed movement, that type of thing. A lot of them, you know, majority of them, I'd say, if not all. And I think that was like it put such a bad stigma on what people were trying to accomplish. Cause I know, like, from, you know, people within the town were very against, you know, the outsiders coming in and, you know, that type of a thing. I mean, do you think that's changed a bit since, you know, everything's changed, the trial's over and Rafferty's gone and that type of a thing?
Well, beside that chick tonight holding the sign up, you know, but there's very little opposition, or you're seeing it little less of it. Things have calmed down because, like I said, there are adults in the room in the police department. There are adults in the room on the select board.
Right.
There's for all the bad that came, that was exposed. You know, a town doesn't want to be a laughing stock forever. It wants, you know, Canton wants its redemption, and everyone deserves redemption, whether you're a person or an incorporated town. You know, we have to give grace for redemption. So, and the reason you're not seeing as many people at the select board meetings is because it's becoming business as usual for once. You know, decisions aren't being made haphazardly. They're being, more things are being vetted with the public. And look, they did a great job when advertising and getting feedback for the new chief of police. They had forums, come in, what do you want for the new chief, and this is your time to come in. And I mean, I doubt we would have had that. We didn't have that before. Helena just got the red carpet in. So now that's a huge change. We're not just shipping in our pals and buddies. We're actually going out, getting community feedback. How do you want the police to be run in light of everything that's happened? And, so that's a huge change, and that should be applauded. So we're seeing the progress already. I mean, will we ever get the stigma of the trial and of 34 Fairview? And God bless the people that live at 34 Fairview. Their address is permanently
right. Yeah. Permanent mark in history of the town and the state and the country. And
remember, they didn't know what they were buying. They thought they were getting a really great deal on a house in Canton.
Right.
They had no idea, and it was not disclosed to them what happened. So they've handled this whole trial with grace. So if they're watching out there, well, we salute you and thank you for your cooperation with, you know, the defense. Because I know Alan Jackson I don't know if anyone remember the video of Alan Jackson in the house, like looking out of the bedroom window, with giving you perspective. And that was all courtesy of the new owners. They didn't have to, you know, let them do that. So,
no, again, I mean, you know, be as gracious as you can in a situation like that. I mean, that I give them all the credit in the world, you know.
So yeah, things. It's lighter in town. It's lighter. It's not as contentious. You don't feel like, you know, you're afraid of your words, you know. Justice was served. And you can't argue with justice, you know. It's
Right,
like
exactly.
a lot of people were like, "Well, wait for the trial. Wait for the trial. Wait till the trial's over. Wait till the trial's over." It's over.
Right.
It's over.
Yeah.
So we waited.
Yep. Yep. You know, now it's time to
Now they got nothing to say, so
Yeah.
that's why it's a little quieter around here.
Yeah, and that's good though. I mean, you know, you guys dealt with it for. I mean, everything that went on in that town, like you know, you can't write that shit. You know, I mean the chemical, you know, the lawns and the lug nuts and the tires and all the stuff that just happened. It's crazy. The letters that people were receiving and the threats, and it's just it's unbelievable. It really truly is. And you know, I give everybody in that community a lot of credit because even more so. I mean, as human nature would dictate, when people bully you, you typically stand up to bullies, and it usually turns into a very ugly situation.
Yep.
But everybody's always kept it very, very peaceful, and and probably against a lot of the people's better judgment. They go like, I want to go after somebody and grab them by the throat, but you can't do it, and that's not the way to win.
No, you got to be smart and careful.
Yep.
And that's why you see these great things outside the Canton Police Department, because it's safe and peaceful.
Yep.
And the proof was when the interim chief went out and spoke with them for an hour.
Right.
He didn't hide from them. He wanted their feedback. Why are you out here? What's the not in a bad way, but as in curiosity. Oh, what's culminated to want you to come here every Friday afternoon and share these things? He was genuinely curious, and he listened. He listened.
Yep. Meanwhile, Rafferty shut down a public building and wouldn't allow people to go in and use the restrooms, and I mean, just
the one-way glass.
Yeah, absolutely. And Peter referenced that in the speech tonight. Peter referenced the glass, and this is what Perkins has done. And again, him coming up, Peter Murphy spoke very highly of Perkins and just in that aspect of him coming outside and spending time with the people that were standing out.
What I've learned in my line of work is that people want to be heard and listened to, even if you're not going to solve the problem, even if you don't have a quick answer right away. People want to be heard.
Mm-hmm.
And that is so valuable. And Chief Perkins has done just that. He is listening and taking note. And as Peter mentioned tonight, he's taking swift actions. Like that was great that he got rid of Higgins. A long time. That should have happened a year ago.
Yep, exactly.
But that was a privilege extended to him by Berkowitz and his right hand there, Rafferty.
Yep.
Because she was just plug and play to Berkey's.
Yeah. Yep. Here you go. Take this job.
Yep. And she was like, well, anybody who wants to have a meeting with me, you just email me and we'll make it happen.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, when we did the Canton 9 standout, we met with her prior to that because what was happening during that time, we didn't want people showing up and getting pinched, period. People are going to get in all kinds of trouble, getting served, and God knows what the hell was going to happen. So
they were flying that stat at that time, flying it around left and right. Sneezed. That's witness intimidation. It's like, no,
absolutely.
Actually,
and we even asked her about, Timmy being across the street. And we're like, well, so what if, one of the family members happens to be visiting? Are we going to get in trouble because we're holding a sign that says, beat it, or you're a bunch of murderers, or whatever the hell it is. So, and that was during those times. I mean, now it's a lot of the signs are directed towards Chris resigning, obviously, for Fridays in front of the police station. A lot of the Legacy Place is not truly solely focused on Officer John O'Keefe. There's a lot of Sandra Birchmore and Justin Root and Enrique Delgado Garcia. All that is still intertwined.
Justice corner. It's a
but I think what's going on in Canton. Right. And I think that's what it is now. I think what's going on in Canton, though, I think a lot more of the standouts are they're Canton related now. It's solely about rebuilding and fixing Canton, and yeah, part of that is justice for John O'Keefe, obviously. But there's so much damage that's been done to that town that people standing out there in front of the police station on Friday couple hours is, I know we've been in question numerous times over the past few years, and like, why do you bother going out there? And especially like us outsiders coming into Canton, why do you waste your time going to the town? It's like, well, if that was happening in my town, I would hope to hell that some people would come and show up and be like, shit's going down in your town. We're here to help,
And they're down
That's what a
about 7
community
or 8
is.
officers at the police department right now. So
Yep.
when they get these and the proportion of Canton residents to non-Canton residents is, now they have more people from outside of Canton coming in to serve as well. So the future of the police is bright. I'm looking forward to what the permanent chief has to offer, and I would hope that the permanent chief is more of a Perkins and definitely not a Rafferty or a Berkowitz for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, he's only interim chief until what, December?
I believe so. But he said he would. He'll be here till I think he'll stick. He's not going to leave Canton high and dry. Like
Yeah.
if the process gets delayed or whatever, I think he'll stay
Right.
on. I think he even said that publicly.
Oh, really? Okay,
Yeah.
I didn't hear that. So
I don't think he's gonna just cut and run and leave us.
Yeah. Well, he had just retired from Middleborough, not
Right.
much. Yeah.
Right.
So I mean, I don't know how old he is. I'm not sure if he was, just it was time to retire, that type of thing, or if he's older guy. I'm not really sure. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, that was just a message from Tracy. Yeah, I think that it'd be nice for him to be able to stick around, but I think that's obviously he's the interim chief for a reason, and they would have, hopefully they help. He knows where to look or how to help or whatever, how the hell to get somebody in there that's going to do the right thing.
Right.
And not somebody that's going to say, oh, yeah, I can do the right thing, and then come in and do the wrong thing.
All right. I still think it's amazing that the brother's still a detective in there, and after his embarrassing incident, that he's still a detective.
Yeah. But people get, they're allowed to just run amok. It's insane. It really, truly
His
is.
family they still think they're invincible. They
Yep.
still think so.
Yeah.
And they don't care how much they make fools of themselves. They'll just keep doing it because they're they think they're Teflon.
They do.
So,
They do.
So all the insults and stuff, it just they don't take it in and process it at all. They just
Yep. Well, have the thing about learning to be a better person is, accepting criticism and digesting it and trying to, bend that into something that's workable, for a valid member of the society. But these, they don't care. They're
nope. And the
all
next
about
generation down of that,
Yeah.
they're proving themselves to not be stellar either. So
themselves. Yeah. It's a shame. I mean, it all starts at home. I mean, you look at kids that are growing up in any household. I mean, if they're in a broken home with a bunch of chaos and all whatever, I mean, God forbid hopefully they come out unscathed, but a lot of them don't, and that's the same as this. I mean, some of these kids that are involved in this nightmare that are going on now, they really don't have a chance because of who they're influenced by. When you're standing in front of a local pizza joint yelling at people with your kids and others, and then encouraging it, and not like, as a father, don't you go outside and say, hey, kids, cut the shit?
yeah.
I not join in or encourage them to do it more.
Exactly. That
Yeah.
was an embarrassing evening that
Right.
was put on film.
Yeah. And it's not, it's not right. It's not the way, society should be, but sadly, that's what we look at. That's what we look at all the time.
But overall, I'm very, very happy with the progress that's being made. I've
Good.
always been happy to live here. I've just had worries that, well, I think everybody in this audience had. I'm just in the middle of it.
Yeah, exactly. So I wanted to ask you about a couple, like I just said earlier, like a couple events or places or people or whatever within the town that just to get your, first word that pops in your mind kind of a thing,
Okay.
So the special town meeting.
Oh, that's where I became famous or infamous, or how I got involved in all this. I would never have been tied into this, but there was an evening where I was in the cafeteria that night. All the drama was happening in the auditorium, and I was in one of the overflow. I was in the cafeteria, which was a lot more calm, but yet still disorderly in terms of counting votes and everything. And we weren't getting the news that things were happening in the auditorium it was taking like 10 minutes before it got to us in the cafeteria. So I was like live messaging, trapped in the cafeteria, and it picked up steam. Because there were a lot of misconceptions too about what's going on in the cafeteria, so I was trying to give live updates from the cafeteria, and dispelling rumors, and but it was excruciing, that special town meeting.
Yeah, that was great. We
was
were
necessary. It was necessary. So that
Yep.
if I had to have one word for it, it was necessary. But at the same time, I'll give my second word. It was excruciating. It was a true test of patience.
And that was a huge turnout too. I mean, that was really, I didn't expect it. I didn't expect it at all. We were standing out there holding signs, and it was absolutely freezing. What was it, November like 11th or 12th or something like that? And it was probably one of the coldest days of the winter that year.
Yeah. I was just mentally exhausted, and this was after a full day of work.
Right, exactly.
A lot of people. It was, we all we all came there, and it was at 7:00, and it was by 11 o'clock. I think we didn't get out of there till like 11. And,
hold on. Dennis, I see you back in the chat. Who was the person who was holding the sign behind Brenda? And I'm assuming that it seemed like kind of trollish, whatever. But my interpretation of the sign was not really being too kind. So,
when you get a troll, that means Brenda's doing something right. If she's inspiring somebody to make an ass of themselves and go that far, her words are hitting, and they're hitting right. So
she's amazing. She truly is. Like, the speeches that she writes is okay. So it was Ashley Bell. So who said that back in the chat?
She spoke last month or 2 months ago.
Yeah.
She's got her own things going on, but I don't know why she's attacking Brenda.
Yeah. Yeah. Jay Coop was asking. She thought it was Ashley Bell earlier. So, yeah. Thanks for confirming. That's kind of, that was the consensus, but I didn't want to say somebody's name who it was. Dennis. There you go. Yeah. Did Chris pay her? Yeah, probably. Come here and support me so I can get back to the real, what did he say? The real work? The real.
He's never done a day of real work in his life.
Yeah, exactly. What an ass. All right, so I said I was going to ask you about people, so I'll go with this guy right here, Dennis Sweeney. What's your thoughts on Dennis Sweeney?
He is our beacon,
Yep.
our guiding light in
Yep.
this movement. When he stands with that flag, I mean, just a true beacon. It's like a gravitational pull to Dennis.
Yep.
He's just an amazing man. I'm really proud to know him.
Yeah, absolutely. He's.
And I'm
like-
not just saying that because he's in the chat.
No, I'd say I mean, give
I
Dennis all kinds of
mean
shit anyway. See, I won't say anything nice about him, so I'll let you say it. What about just in general, CF McCarthy's? What's your
Great
thoughts about
brunch.
going to that place?
Great brunch.
Yeah, I've never been there for brunch.
Oh, they have the best brunch.
Really?
It's a great place it's a nice bar. It's a
Yep.
nice bar. It's a little cramped, so
Yeah.
that's my only complaint. But they got the old timey bar stools on the side tables and stuff, and the servers are really nice there. It's a
Yep.
good business. It's
Yeah.
a good business and good food.
I had like it wasn't pulled pork, but it was like a brisket grilled cheese kind of thing or whatever the hell it was. One time I was in there, it absolutely blew my mind. I'm like,
Yeah,
this is
I-
one of the best things.
Even before all the drama happened, I enjoyed going to CF McCarthy's. So
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I've only been in there like 2 different times, but I mean each time I go, it's weird though, because when you look at the video of John and Karen out that night, it seems like it is a little bigger than it actually is.
yeah,
It's not. it's small.
I've never been there on prime time night, a Friday or Saturday night, but I imagine it's packed in there. Yeah, it's not a big spot. Even to sit down and eat, they've got a few tables when you walk in on the left, but
Yep.
really, it's not as big as the Waterfall. The Waterfall's more
Right.
spacious.
Well, what's
Which
your thoughts on?
also, if we're talking about CF McCarthy's, we got to talk about the Waterfall.
Right, that was on my list.
And also great food and good
Yep.
service. And both restaurants have been very gracious to the movement and people in the movement. I think they both, as much as the somewhat negative connotations, it's been great for both businesses. They're kind
Yep.
of like, people drive to Canton to do. They'll go to both places.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They'll have drinks at CF McCarthy's, go across the street to Waterfall to have dinner, or vice
Yeah.
versa.
It's a tourist
Um,
attraction now. It's crazy.
It is. So I'm happy that they'll be flush with tourist cash because this town needs it. This
Yeah.
town needs its small businesses supported. So yes, bravo to both of them, and I hope they do well in the civil. I know they will.
Yeah.
And I hope I hope their insurance companies don't make them settle. I hope they are able to fight it.
Yeah, I hope so too. Again, I mean, they've, each time I've been in there, they've been nothing but gracious. The service is great. Like you say, the food's great. They have one night with a bunch of, chaos going on, and it's that mindset. Let's just sue everybody. It's like, wait a minute, stop it.
That they've just that poor family's been fed a narrative that they are desperately clinging to because
Yep.
they don't want to accept
Yeah.
the truth, and you can't
No,
force them to
exactly.
accept the truth.
It's a shame. It really truly is. And
And there are opportunists around them to make sure that they believe it too.
Yep. That's but I mean, use just an ounce of common sense. None of it just doesn't make any sense. How the hell can you believe that narrative? It blows my
Well,
mind.
they hate Karen more than they want truth.
Yep. Yeah. That's
That's
unfortunate.
the bottom line. They just hate her more than they want an actual answer, and they're fine with just in
That's
their
correct.
minds thinking she has done this and perpetrated this and making her the bad guy.
Yeah, it's easier to go with that narrative. Hold on one second, John. This freaking rabbit's like eating the cage. It's like,
That wascally wabbit.
Eat something else, man. Shit. Hold on one second. Eat those. Got a damn full bowl of food, full bowl of water, and he's like eating the cage. It's like, what are you doing? So I just gave it some treats. I'm like, here's a couple of apricot treats. Eat these things, Dad. Unbelievable. Let me see. What was I gonna say? All right, so let's go a step further then.
Okay.
What about Michael Morrissey?
Ugh. How is he still there? How is he not resigned?
Exactly.
I mean, look at the kryptonite that is Michael Proctor and how it's going to torpedo how many of his cases?
Yeah. Oh, this too many to count at this point. They just keep coming up.
And the whole turtle boy of it all with Cosgrove and Mello and how embarrassing and how they had to drop because they couldn't find a prosecutor.
Yeah.
No one in that shop would like special prosecutor, which means no one in that shop wants anything to do with these cases.
Yeah.
His own subordinates.
Yep.
He can't. It's always they've always got to find a special prosecutor.
Yeah. Nobody wants it. Hank Brennan jumped on.
It's nonsense. And
Hank Brennan got paid so much damn money to do what he did, and he still lost. And we paid it. We paid for him.
Well, Hank Brennan ran the prosecution like it was two defense lawyers.
Yeah.
Because he is a defense lawyer at heart, but he didn't approach it from a prosecution standpoint. And he really leaned on those video clips, and boy, did it fall flat because the jury did not give a flying F about the video clips.
Yeah.
They're probably just happy that something else was on, like to distract them. I don't think.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Especially during the first trial, the friggin' with Lally going after it and just putting everybody to sleep.
Well, people ask why did Karen do all these things? I don't think because this was all during the first trial. All of this was filmed and everything. I don't think she expected that she would be retried. So of course she's going to sign on to things, and it was just the time. Like we were all in shock that day on the mistrial.
Yeah, absolutely. That was insane. That was
soul crushing.
Yep.
But we did it. We regrouped. We rallied again.
Yep.
The same troops came out, and even stronger. You saw that final verdict day. How many people were out there? I mean, more so than the first trial.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree.
It just made everybody stronger, including the defense.
Oh, yeah.
And they played everything right. They played everything as it should have been played. The fact that I think the prosecution's biggest mistake was not putting Proctor up, warts and all, because the defense easily said, we're talking about this, because even the jury's like, we're talking about this Proctor guy. Where is he?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh, he's not that important to this case.
Yeah,
then why should we think that,
Right. Nothing to see here, Michael Proctor. Yeah, he's the fact that he's tried to get his job back after being just stomped on and kicked at and stabbed in the back by these people that are his peers and his subordinates or whatever, that he still wanted his job back. Like, wouldn't you just be like, dude, I want nothing to do with this anymore. These people just totally screwed me over.
He's not going to even get a job at South Shore Plaza as a security guard. You're not protecting the Macy's. See ya.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you know what? He's just like the lot of them, John. I mean, it's karma. It is truly coming. I've never been a more of a firm believer in karma until like the past couple of years.
But what the movement's really got to focus on, another thing on top of, we were talking about the the upcoming board seats in Canton, but that district attorney's race.
Yep.
Juna Perkins is
Yep.
running. I think other people are putting their hat in. We need that strong opponent. Because that person's going to then go against, I guess, the Republican, whoever gets nominated. At this point, I'd probably accept the Republican either. I don't, even the party doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
As long as Morrissey's out, because this is just, he's got to go, period. Dot.
Well, that's what it's turning into. I mean, it's literally, you're voting in a lot of cases in elections is the lesser of two evils versus who is the better qualified person. It's like, for the love of God, like that's scary.
So if I were one of these candidates, I would embrace this movement and reach out, because you've got, and Coco just pointed this out, the candidates need to make more of a presence, and that's absolutely correct.
Yep.
They do. They need to connect. They need to go on. I'm sure Mike on the Young Jerks, he has hosted many of them before.
Yeah, he has. Yep.
He'll host them again. I'm almost positive. You got to reach out to these independent media now. You can't rely on the mainstream media anymore.
Yep.
They have their own. They have corporate agendas. All of them. Every single one of those stations. In fact, I'm surprised. I think channels 10 and 25, who had the best coverage, had the least to lose, because they're the bottom in the ratings in Boston. So they're like, sure, we'll take on the unpopular opinion, quote unquote.
Yeah,
that wasn't the mainstream opinion,
right,
from the DA's office, because that's where they get. They want to be good with the DA, so that anything the DA says, give us content, give us give us our 3-minute stories. I got a question. If I'd consider running for select board, no.
Like, no, thank you.
No.
Yeah.
I have enough stress in my life.
Yeah, that's a big headache right there.
If now it's like it's a really public, but town positions are usually like humdrum. No one really. If you go into any other town, who's your town administrator, who's your mayor, and like, oh, I don't. Some guy, some lady.
Right.
But here, everyone knows your name. Everyone knows who you are, what you represent, what you ate for breakfast.
Yeah, you're under a microscope, that's for sure.
Yeah. So you're gonna have to. Anyone who runs for select board is gonna have to have a tough skin, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're gonna be, even if you're a great person, you're gonna end up disappointing people. Like, oh, but why didn't you say something when Chrissy made an ass of himself? And you'll get it. You'll get it no matter what. So no, I don't need that stress in my life.
Yeah. That's one position I wouldn't want at all. Forget it.
No.
But that's the thing though. I mean, you look at that situation of people being under a microscope, and you look at Buchanan and all these other officers and this type of thing. They're under a microscope. The select board, Chrissy, everybody, all the McAlberts, they're under a microscope constantly. And you figure that they would do, the right thing, or try to be a little more discreet about their, indiscretions or whatever. And they're not. They just blatantly just go out and do whatever the hell they want to. It's crazy.
Well, don't forget, they still have little fan clubs, and I'm sure they gas them up.
Yeah.
Everyone else is crazy. All these people going to the board meetings are crazy. And, there are people around them ginning them up. I think that gives a false sense of bravado. And of course they're ginning. They're pals. Of course they're going to do that,
Yeah. Then you got people like Brenda getting up there and just just manhandling people. It's amazing.
Yes, I will happily get people out to vote, and I'll do more of these shows if people let me and get the word out. Hopefully, as we get closer,
Yeah,
we'll get.
you're always welcome, John. It is,
I know when we booked this
we
on
like
Wednesday,
that.
I
We
said,
we
I
always
am there. My schedule was cleared immediately.
Yep. Yeah, no, it's fantastic. It's funny because if we go live, we'll have anywhere between 25 and 100 and something people watching while we're typically live, and then like the replay crew is what we get mostly, because when we're live right now, I believe like the Glare is live right now. He went on just like a half hour before we did. Then people gravitate obviously to that, which is I totally get it. But we just want to get the word out for everything, for the votes, and for the movement, the standouts, and where people are going to be, and what the hell is going on. That's kind of always been the premise of this channel. So,
Well, you
but
know what? You
you're
don't have
always,
to watch live. You can always replay it, and I'm a replayer.
yeah,
I never know when anyone's live.
yeah,
I'm lucky because I there's just the point in the night after I've eaten dinner and watched a little mainstream TV. Then I come in my den, I turn on YouTube, and I see
yeah,
what I have available,
right,
and
yeah,
and then I catch up on everything there. And if you're live, great. If not, I'll just replay it.
yeah,
Beauty of
exactly.
it.
Well, see, Canton Chronicles live as well. So John left and went live probably after that. So he's live, and that's just what happens.
Hey, the folks will finish, and then they'll come back here and
Yeah,
hopefully catch up,
exactly. Hey, come on back.
talking about things they just watched.
Yep. But it's really that's the important part of it. Even like having this channel is, we've been around for a long time. We've done a lot of different things. We've been involved in a lot of different things, but all we truly care about is getting information out there to people,
Absolutely.
and about the people themselves. We want people to know what drives people, what people. Again, I say to this day, Victoria was one of my favorite guests we ever had on this show, because she's young, and just to have that mindset of the next generation coming up and actually giving a shit, really meant a lot. And I said it still resonates with me to this day. She was one of my favorite guests. We've had a lot of different people on, but she always stands out. Oh Jesus! No, cats are fighting with each other.
Uh-oh. They're
Yep.
gonna go aerial.
I know. We were waiting for something to
Acrobatic
happen.
cat.
Maybe something to jump on behind me and shit. Let's see. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I mean, that's really kind of what I wanted to get at with you, though, John, is just the support and how everybody's pulled together and continued. I mean, you figured the trial's over. A lot of people would just be like, okay, well, Canton, you're on your own now because I was here for the trial. But that's come to show that it's definitely not the truth.
No,
There's
there's
a lot
still
of people,
loose ends that need to be tied here,
yeah,
and we're tying them,
yeah,
but there still exists. I mean, so we're a we're a redemption story in progress. Is a good.
Do you see a full healing sometime in the near, or sometime in the future? Maybe not the near
Yeah.
future, but I mean, what's it going to take? I mean, it's going to take everything, right? I mean, you need a good chief, you need a good select board, you need. I mean, it starts at the top. I mean, for the grand scheme of things, I would think that's
We
what
need
needs to be
certain
done.
people to start fading into the background
Yep.
permanently,
Yep.
not in a RIP way. I don't want to.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No. Absolutely. Yep.
Out of sight.
Yep.
Let's be
Yeah.
clear,
Yeah.
let's be clear.
Homer Simpson into the bush.
Let's be clear. Let's be clear. Well,
Yeah. Right.
disclaimer,
Exactly.
as they
Right.
say in another channel. No, we just need them to fade to the background and let the stars of the community shine.
Yeah.
Because there are tons of maybe there are tons more out there, I believe, that have not seen. One of my favorite stars of the community is Dave Clow, who took on Napoleon Bonaparte for those audit meetings. Oh,
Oh,
boy, was
right,
he
right.
amazing. Oh, he is a superstar. I hope he runs. Speaking of people, I
Yeah.
hope.
Oh, no
Um,
kidding.
yeah, so there are stars still out there in this community that I hope are able to shine bright. But oh yeah, that the Napoleon Bonaparte era. Oh, he was disgusting.
Oh. Oh, we just kind of got frozen up there for a second. I don't know what the hell just happened. Are you with me?
I'm here. I'm here.
Okay. I think we had a little lag, but it'll work itself back out again. I don't know what the hell's going on with this thing.
You
It's
were
a brand
fine
new
on
freaking
mine.
laptop. Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Hey, it's
I
held
don't know.
up though. It's held up. I'm
Yeah,
impressed. I thought we
thank
had more
God.
problems. So
Yeah, I don't know if it's the connection to the internet or whatever. I'm not sure. I might try to like plug it in next time and go landline with it and see if it remedies any of the shit.
dial-up modem.
Yeah, exactly.
AOL.
Exactly. Yeah, we'll get some AOL going on. Yeah, so that's really. I mean, I'll leave you to it at this point. I just want to kind of get you on to walk through some stuff, and I appreciate it. Do you have anything in closing you want to add, say, or?
I just want to let everyone know we're good here, and as you can see, we have great warriors in Dennis and Brenda, and all the people that stand out, and all the of us quietly in the background. But I'm kind of quiet. I don't know.
Yeah.
I still make myself heard on various outlets, but
Yep.
we're good and we're getting better, and we are on Team Redemption to make this town great. And all of you viewers have helped that too, because you're listening, you're paying attention.
Right.
To a town you don't even live in but yet you know all about it. So
Yeah. Right.
thank you for your investment and watching, because even your outside support has been excellent, and it's good to know we have. So when we speak about these things, we're not speaking gibberish or Greek or anything. That you get
Right.
it. So
Yeah.
that helps. So yeah.
Well, the whole thing has been a learning process, from the Karen Reed case to the town politics. It's been a learning situation for so many people. We're learning how to do things the right way, and what to look for, and what to accept and not to accept, and the whole. It's definitely been a learning thing.
And when you
I know a
see
lot of people
people
within this.
in their own communities looking at what's going, like Brockton, when something happened with the school board, like they're
Mhm.
looking, oh, look at the people in Canton. They stood up for themselves. They packed these meetings, and they
Right,
were
right,
heard.
absolutely.
And they packed their meeting in the same
Yep.
way. And I think
Yep.
other towns, people in other towns have been like, oh wow, this work. I saw this in Canton. I'm gonna
Mhm.
go and do, I'm gonna get a
Right.
group of people together so that we go to our town meeting, which we've never been to before, and speak our piece. So I think it's good. We've also been a template as to taking advantage of, if you're a town like ours that has this open town format, take advantage of it, because some towns are just mayoral, and you gotta
Yep.
you eat what you're dished out. So
Yeah,
if
exactly.
you're lucky enough to be in a town where you have a little more of a democracy, an old school New England way of governance, which has its pluses and minuses, as you see, because anyone can, one of 5 people can
Yeah.
get on there that you don't care for, instead of just one mayor, doing the work.
Yep. It's
So
true.
you take the
Yeah.
good with the bad, but
That's
yeah.
all you can do, but it's a learning experience for a lot, and leading in by example, in a sense. different towns watching what's going on, and people are paying attention to what's going on in their own towns a little more than they were. I am here in my town, still maybe not as much as I should be, but you kind of pay more attention. I'm very focused on Canton, So, but we'll, we're always here, John, and we just need to. Oh, Tracy's almost home, so she'll finish up the show with me. So that's good. Yeah, I think that if you everybody, you all know that you need anything, you reach out. I tell Dennis and Brenda and just everybody within the town, people that we associate with, like we're always here. We always try to solicit people to come on the show as guests. If people want to be a guest, let us know. We'll set it up. We'll make it happen.
Fun.
Yeah,
I'm having a blast tonight. So
yeah, it's like people get intimidated. I remember the first time we started this channel. What are we gonna be 2 years in January? 3? I don't know. I can't even remember. I think it's 2 full years in January when we started.
Wow.
But yeah,
this is the 84th episode. I mean, that's amazing.
Yeah. So it's then you figure out the lives in between. I mean, we streamed a lot of stuff, and it's crazy how much time goes by. But when we'd been on a couple different shows. I remember being on Dylan's show before I really actually met him. Oh, Tracy's home. The dog's not.
Wow, she made good time.
We were on Dylan's show. We were on Will's show. Oh, hold on a second. Let me mute this one. I put you on mute while he was barking. So, all right, reel it in. It's okay. She'll be in the house in a second. She made a good time though.
Yeah, I was saying, yeah.
Yeah. She was flying right along. I'm like, holy shit. She must have left like immediately afterwards. I saw her fumbling around the car, but I didn't know she was actually leaving. So, yeah, that's awesome. Hippie Chick say, yeah, she did. Hippie Chick's back in Indiana, and she knows. She knows what Tracy's doing, where she is. So she stayed with us over the weekend. Actually, she was here for a few days.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, she flew out. But again, back to my point. So saying, going on people's shows initially, it's almost like it's intimidating or whatever to a point, but it's really not. Once you get it going, you're like, this is fine. We're just chatting.
I mean, I was intimidated the first time I recounted the tale from the cafeteria, but other than that, then I got used to it. So now I just go with the flow.
Hi.
There she is.
Hello, our boot on the ground.
Yeah, roving reporter.
Yeah.
Hi, I've been listening to you guys on the ride home.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Thanks for coming on. It's always nice to listen to you talk.
Of course. So what was the mood? What was the mood in there?
Free at the Canton Town Hall. It's butterscotch.
Nice.
Yeah. So yeah, let me just I'm sorry to interrupt you guys.
No, it's all good.
Yeah, it was crazy. I think we all saw Miss what's her name?
Bell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ashley Bell.
Yep.
With her sign. But what you probably didn't see, because I was sitting like right there. So the whole time she was holding up the sign and she was like looking at Chris, like doing all this shit. And that kind of thing. I also heard a rumor about her I heard a rumor about her. So she might have some more reason to be doing what she's doing. But Brenda kicked ass as usual. Peter kicked ass as well. Chris definitely heard them. And I was trying to get I'm not sure if you could see his face as Brenda was reading all that stuff, but
yeah, you can see it to a point.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah. So the vibe was a little bit higher, like a
little tense.
The tense.
I don't get why that girl made an ass of herself. What her problem with Brenda is.
I know. It's ridiculous. How can you have you know what side she's on. So, you know, she was, I'm sure maybe she didn't even make that sign and someone else did or something. I don't know. I'm sure like I said, there's other reasons why she's doing favors for people, I think.
It was a nice looking sign, though. I give it.
Oh, yeah, it was a lot of effort put into it.
No, great job.
Yeah.
Crafting is great.
Yeah. Well, you know, I wish I had that much time in my life
Yeah.
to do
I know.
a sign like that, but I don't. You saw our signs, right?
Yeah.
We had a Sharpie outside with like barely pieces of paper.
Yep.
But yeah, it was interesting. And, you know, it got to Chris because of his little comment before they got started, as if, you know, a dead cop outside of, you know, his family's yard isn't business to tend to, you know,
right.
Real business. That's what he said. Real business.
Yeah. He had to get his little dig in.
Yeah.
Because he already got in trouble for addressing the crowd.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. He should be held accountable for doing that, shouldn't he? Just, you know,
it's inappropriate.
Yep.
It's inappropriate. He needs to hear it. He needs to hear what his citizens have to say. Too bad. It's great. I love going in there. The last time I went in there was over a year ago.
Yeah.
Oh, you were at that chaotic one.
Yeah. It was packed. It was so hot in there. But yeah, so it was good. I think it was good to try to get more people behind Brenda and Peter. You know, I like when Peter speaks some weeks. But yeah, it's, you know, I had a lot of conversations on the way home too. Some people were just updating me on certain things, and you know, things are in motion. Let's just put it that way. Things are in motion. I think we're going to see some changes, or some. We'll see. Things are happening. Things are happening.
Good.
Things are happening. So just, you know, keep going, stay positive, speak out, just keep doing what you're doing because it's working. It's working. What we're doing is working.
It is. Well, John, I appreciate you. And we'll let you
scoot. Always a pleasure to come on. I'll come on anytime you want.
Yeah, please do.
Hey.
Yeah, keep in touch and we'll do it again.
We'll see each other at the next if I can get there with work, but
yeah, I understand, believe me. We'll keep you on as the backup guest guest host list going forward.
Thank you.
No shortage of news out there, so
yeah, I know, right? Exactly. Tracy's like, I'm gonna go to Canton, so you're gonna have to do the show by yourself. I'm like, oh shit.
No,
I was happy to be your wingman tonight.
No, I appreciate it. You did a great job.
Oh, thank you. And thank you to the viewers out there if you're catching it live or on replay.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm going to run through a couple things and then we'll wrap it up, but I will let you scoot.
Okay.
But thanks,
bye,
John.
Everybody.
See you soon.
Thank you.
Thank you
Take
for
care,
doing
bud.
this.
Of course.
We'll see you soon.
Get out of here, dog. I'm fighting for my lollipop. Get out of here.
Well, that was John. Thank you, John.
Mm.
That was outstanding. So
Let's go back to the comments. I saw some comments, some questions, I think. Oh, can't believe Dennis composed himself. The thing is, it's how it happened was Brenda got up and then Ashley got up she was sitting like in the corner. I didn't know who she was at the time. And then I figured it out. But, you know, once Brenda got up to the microphone, she followed her up with a sign. I didn't see the sign, but it was a small room. I saw her. I didn't see a sign, but anyway. Right. And then she held it up when Brenda started speaking, and Peter Murphy even let her go. He was like, "Oh, do you have something to say?" She's just kind of like, so he just kind of let her go in front. But I don't think the Sweeneys saw the sign. I know Brenda didn't, because I know when she sat back down, she looked over her shoulder because I think she saw it on the TV.
Yeah.
And was like, "What the?"
Right.
But no, she was just like, all right.
Yeah,
not phased at all.
No,
it was amazing because I was ready to. I just wanted to ask her a question, like what? because she's, you know, making those googly eyes and shit at the select board. And it's like, what is funny about a dead police officer?
Right.
What is so funny?
Yep.
So it was disgusting. It was disrespectful. And, you know, she had every right to do it, but
Yeah. Yep.
you know, she was doing it for the wrong reasons. I guarantee you that.
Exactly.
So, anywho,
I like
That's
it.
all I have to say.
I like it. That's all I got to say about that.
do we talk about Sandra Birchmore yet?
Briefly, I went over the fact that
There's a second count.
Farwell has another indictment against him for the unaliving of a fetus,
Mhm.
and I guess that they said it was a
It
male,
was a baby boy.
so it was a boy. So I don't know if that was actually something that was
They said it was the first time they
confirmed.
revealed.
Was
the-
it
the-
okay?
yeah,
So
the sex of the child. Yeah, little baby
freaking
boy.
so sad.
I know. And you know what's weird is like we always the blue hearts is, you know, we went with blue. It's like baby blue for a boy. You know?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
weird.
that's true too. That's interesting. Yeah.
I know. So you guys picked the right color.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, speaking of which, so the Sandra Birchmore, the justiceforsandra.birchmore.com website, they just updated the FAQs that are on there. So if anybody has any questions, you know, you can go there and find out pretty much anything you want. And there's also a form at the bottom where you can go in there and just ask questions or have them, you know, post something and give the answer to, so other people can be, you know, brought up to speed on what the hell is going on. So I think that's great. I saw
that's great.
I saw Barb posted that today or yesterday, so I wanted to share that.
That's helpful.
Yeah, they're doing so much, and they're looking for they hit 18,000 subscribers or followers or whatever on Facebook. And now they're like almost at I think it's almost 1,000 more or close
That's
to
awesome.
it. Yeah, so it's getting a lot of traction. So
Good.
I like it.
Very good. Like I said, keep doing what you're doing. It's
Exactly.
working.
Exactly.
Spreading the word, letting people know.
So I wanted to share these real quick too, because as I do each week. CPD, we were just talking about this with John. So this is the core from last week that was standing out there. I mean, look at all the signs allude to Chris resign or do the right thing. It's all justice. It's the Karen Reed signs on up here. These people are fighting for justice in their town, and this standout is for all of the above.
Mhm.
We got Sandra Birchmore and Just en Route and Dylan's there
Dylan
as
there.
well. Did you see the man cold thing I did with Dylan?
I was watching it and I got back in. I'm like, am I on the right channel? I didn't even realize it was the man cold. I
That
totally
was
just
awesome.
started.
Yep.
Poor Dina. Poor Dylan.
Yep. But yeah, so Legacy Place is still going strong on Sundays, 10 to 12, and CPD is 11 to 1 on Fridays. Last week there was the Pappas standout that got postponed because of the storm on the 14th that I actually showed up to and didn't realize it was canceled. I was the only one there, so I was like, what the hell am I doing? But that standout happened. People are pushing for that. There is a news clip that I had, but I'll play that next time, I guess, because I don't know if that video's prepared properly. So, but basically, they went through Healy talking about shutting the place down or to save money, and then again I keep going up this road where she wants to spend all this money to stop people from gathering and drag racing cars and shit. So it's like, okay, so you're trying to allocate money to something else, and
She's useless.
she's horrible. She's a freaking horrible
She has
person.
no idea what she's doing.
Yep. Speaking of people that know what they are doing, though,
Oh yeah.
if you haven't.
If only there was a cost-effective way to deter burglars. Now there is. Introducing Microdot.
We rely on microdots every day. And
and so should you.
So if you haven't seen the new Microdots video, the trap, he just released that to the public. What, yesterday? Was it yesterday? Day before?
Yeah.
So
Not sure, but it's awesome.
it's really good. It's it's got to be his best work yet.
Yeah, and he's just going to keep getting better and better. You know, he's
the graphics, the story, the
the
so
detail.
incredible. Yeah, he's really just kicking ass. So
yeah, make sure you watch that.
yeah, and if you haven't subscribed, definitely do that. And Tracy has a what's the membership thing? Whatever.
Yeah, I have a membership. It's like $5, so you get your name on the
Yeah, and then you get like
contributing.
videos in advance.
Mhm.
So she saw this one,
I saw 2 pieces of this
Yeah.
one a couple months apart.
and they
Oh,
were
weeks
like,
apart.
and they were like not finished.
No.
Like
Yeah, it's like a sneak peek.
yeah, so it's pretty wild.
Yeah, so when I saw the finished part, I was even like, wow.
Yep.
Wow.
So that's
He added
awesome.
a lot in a short amount of time.
Yep. Where she does great things.
Yep.
Let's see. I'll do one more. Oh, 2 things. So back during the trial, we didn't know about Dina was getting a new car and she had to retire her other one. So she was looking for a name and she decided on Silver Fox, but I was dead set against it and I called it Steve. So last week when we were at Blondie's, we'd been walking around, people had name tags, and then somehow these "Hello, my name is Steve" ended up on Dina's car, and it was on the front and the rear passenger side. She had no idea until the next day. So
the rear.
yeah, so she was it was outstanding. And then finally, I'll do with.
Hey now. Good evening, everybody. Hope you like the look of the Halloween Hey Now. Just checking in. Hope everybody's having a great night. Hey now.
The Halloween Hey Now. Sounded like ladies' man.
I know.
Is that Cavassier?
Cavassier. Yeah.
I think that's a lady.
Leon, what's his name?
Leon Phelps.
Leon Phelps.
The ladies' man.
That's Timma.
That's
The
Timma.
head hen.
These two are fighting over my lollipop.
Yeah.
You're both bad.
Oh my God.
Go lay down, all of you.
All right.
You can't have it.
So on that note, it is now 8:23, and we've been at it for almost 2 hours. So
No, very busy night.
I know it's been a
I'm
while.
glad I got back before.
I know. I'm glad you got back to say goodbye and hello. And,
Yeah, I didn't even speed.
yeah. You made great time. John and I were making comments on that. We were like, "Holy shit, she's already back!"
I
Like, well done.
can drive to Canton with my eyes closed.
Yeah, seriously, right? I spend more time there than I do
I
here.
know.
Yeah, so that is about it. We will be back next week on Tuesday. I don't know who we will have for a guest, or again, we always try to solicit somebody, like I said earlier. So you want to be a guest, you want to come and check it out, give it a try. You don't have to, come on and do a 2-hour stint. You can do 10, 15 minutes if you want to. Just talk about your story, your involvement, or whatever. And we'd like to have some people. So if not, she gets to talk to me. It's outstanding.
Outstanding.
Yeah, see, you know it. You know it.
You know it.
Anyway, so anything you want to say in closing? Because I've been talking all evening.
No, I just can't wait to eat and go to sleep because I am exhausted.
True that.
But it was doing positive, creative work and being with good people the past couple days, and I look forward to more people, being around people I love. Hey, hi. How are you feeling? What's going on? Are you still going to be in there for a while?
Yeah, we've seen some of your updates. So reach out, let us know what's happening. If you need
Yeah.
anything, please let us know, Lisa.
Let us know if you
Yeah.
need anything. I know it sucks being in the hospital for a wicked long time. Doctors suck. And it's wicked uncomfortable. I know. So
Mhm.
let me know if you need anything.
Yep. So prayers and thoughts with you, Lisa. Also with Jen Root. I know she was in the hospital today. She had a procedure as well.
Prayers to Jen.
Yep. So prayers and hugs to her.
We love you.
Yep. So yeah, everybody's got stuff going on, and we need to support each other. And
Yep.
we all need a little love sometimes.
Yep. That's what families do.
Everybody love everybody. You know it. All right, that's it. That's all I got. You good?
I'm good.
Well, thank you all for joining, and thank you for the replay crew when you guys come in. Thanks for being here, and we will see you guys very soon. Thank you much. Peace.
Sing